Hey, gang. Thanks for coming by. I'm Bill Lawrence. I'm one of the creators of Ted Lasso, here with my much more important and recognizable cohorts. Mr. Sudeikis, say hi.
Hey, I'm Jason Sudeikis. I played Ted Lasso right on the show, and yeah.
I'm Brendan Hunt. I play Coach Beard on, and I'm one of the creators/writers of Ted Lasso, one of the AFI Awards 10 Best Shows of the Year.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
that's what we did, no, Jason, that's what's happening.
We did it. We did it.
Isaac.
Oh yeah. You got this, brother, right? Yeah.
I've noticed of late that you've been playing like a big dumb pussy.
I remember Jason talking about how much fun this scene would be of Nate finally having to speak to all these guys.
What the fuck do you say to me, bruv?
Did you know this was a scene, Jason Brennan, from the start? I mean, like, because you guys had so much of the show in your heads when you came to me. Did you know that this was coming down the pipe?
No, but I remember writing this. It completely unlocked, the rest of Nate's arc for the show. And Nick was such a badass in it.
The only African I know more imprisoned by their own thoughts is goddamn Nelson Mandela.
The reactions of these dudes just slay me.
Oh, you think that's funny, do you, Colin? You know your fancy step over bullshit. Let me ask you this, do you wax your pubes?
What?
Did I stutter, dickhead? Do you wax your pubes, yes or no?
No.
Then why are you always trying to play like a Brazilian?
This is really where the other guys in the team are just doing their best work. And watching these reactions build and build, it's really delightful.
Me, amigo.
Right, you say that football is life, right?
Football is life.
Yeah, well then your defence is death. The only person I've seen lose a man more often is Carrie fucking Bradshaw.
Sex in the City, burn, roasted.
Just the idea that we've made this room full of 20-year-old millionaires huge fans of that show. And then here we go. I mean, this moment makes me fucking cry every time I watch it.
Go on. Say what you're going to say.
Okay.
Don't read it. Say it to my face.
The great Roy Kent. You're old now. And slow. And your focus drifts. But your speed and your smarts were never what made you who you are. It's your anger. That's your superpower. That's what made you one of the best midfielders in the history of this league. But I haven't seen it on the pitch at all this season, Roy. I mean, you used to run like you were angry at the grass. You'd kick the ball like you'd called it fucking your wife, Christ's sake. But that anger doesn't come out anymore when you play. But it's still in there. And I'm afraid of what it's going to do to you if you just keep it all for yourself.
He cares about him so much. I'm afraid of what that anger is going to do to you if you don't get it out, if you keep it inside. Like I think as men that happens all the time, and we worry about it. I worry about it for myself. I worry about it for my son. I worry about it for other people's sons. Like it's one of those things. It's when toxic masculinity is toxic to oneself.
For me as a writer, that scene, which is contentious between Roy and Nate. Nate says horrible things to Roy. Roy does not accept them with a smile. For me, that I left that knowing that Roy cares for Nate and that those two are going to be fine throughout the series and have a connection in a way that you don't usually get that from conflict. It's on my top 5 scenes that I try to figure out ways to take credit for, as an ongoing theme.
There's that. There's the Pacino De Niro conversation in Heat. That's in your top 3, I think.
I always figured that tea was just going to taste like hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. Yeah, it's horrible. No, thank you.
Welcome to England.
There have been tremendous anti-heroes on television, from Don Draper to, David Brent and Michael Scott to Breaking Bad, Tony Soprano. And those are just the men. I mean, there are, dozens of female characters in that realm. And so there's part of me that was like, I didn't want to play that because anything I would have done would have been derivative. And it just was like, it's just a fun way to view the world.
Because you're talking about in 2015 when you and Joe and I tried to met about a season, and then when we finally it was actually happening, we had Bill on board.
You and Joe and you gave yourself 2 credits?
Yeah.
I'm important,
Yeah,
dude. Get on board. I don't think it. But by then, now it's 2018, and like there's been a darkening of the discourse, as Bill would say, and Americans seemed looked at differently by the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I've appropriated something that Jason said we haven't mentioned in a long time at the beginning, and it became part of the fabric of the show about the best version of an American being ignorant but curious rather than ignorant but arrogant. And I think we have lived with a lot of people that I don't know anything about this, but I'm the smartest person ever and I can handle it better than anyone else.
Yeah.
And something as simple as that kind of overarching statement from Jason about a character, in what could easily have been just a fun half-hour comedy for us to work on, for me, becoming something that makes me think about, the type of person I want to be. I'm grateful to have been a part of it. And I will tell you that everybody involved with the show, much in the same way Jason started it, was grateful to be part of the show, even without all these lovely reactions to it, and find ourselves in even a more gracious and grateful spot now that people are saying such nice things, so much so that I think you would be hard pressed to find someone involved in the show that isn't a little uncomfortable by it, because we all know that Ted wouldn't care about any of this stuff.
Yeah.